Welcome to the Life After Plus One podcast, where we turn life's lemons into delightful lemonade. Get ready for inspiring stories, uplifting conversations, and all the tips and tricks to rock your single parent journey with style. I'm your host, Leanne, and it's time to embrace the adventure of Life After Plus One. So, let's dive in. Hello. Welcome back to Life After Plus One. I'm Leanne, your podcast host and your single parent mentor and coach. And we are the place to be to talk all things single parenting. So it's not just for your mums, it's not just for you dads, it's for both. It's for all you single parents out there that are wanting that little bit of extra support and some advice to get through those shitty times when you're a single parent. And we cover it all. And today, what I'm going to cover is a few little things to think about before you step back into the dating world. 4 things that you want to have covered before you even think about dating or before you want to settle down with someone. And I'm going to dive straight into it today. And the first one that you need to think about and that you need to really have looked at before you start dating is take some time to self-reflect. And when I say that, relationships break down for a reason, and there's always a reason for that breakup. But was there something that happened? Was there a snowball effect of things that happened that actually resulted in the breakup or the reason for the breakup? Whatever happened to create that breakup moment? Was there things throughout the relationships that made it happen? So in saying that, is there things that you can step back on and self-reflect so you can stop repeating those toxic relationship patterns? Now, I'm not saying you're toxic, but sometimes we have patterns and things that we do that we don't realize in the moment, but they're probably not the most healthy ways of handling a situation. And it could be something as simple as not being able to communicate things effectively. You might be too shy to speak up. It might be a bit of a jealousy thing. It might be an honesty thing. It might be loyalty. It could be anything. And all these little things that you might be doing could have an impact on the reason for the relationship not being as effective as what it could be. Now, again, I'm not blaming you for the breakup, but there's always things that we can change in ourselves. There's always things that we can do better. So for the next relationship we're in, we can make sure that's a more healthier relationship and a more happier one. So when you're looking to get back into the dating world, take some time to self-reflect. Is there something that you could have done differently in the past relationship that you can take on board for your next relationship to ensure that you don't go down those same relationship paths or the same relationship patterns? So take some time just to reflect and look back on what could have been done differently on your side. Number 2, take some time to heal. And one of the biggest things that we all forget is that when you're in a breakup or you're co-parenting with someone, that breakup isn't just like when you're with a boyfriend where you can just break up with them, and if they've pissed you off that much, you can just delete them, block them, whatever it is. But with a co-parent, you can't do that. They're constantly around, constantly texting and talking and calling or visiting for the sake of the kids, or whether it's pick up and drop off. They're still in your life. They're still there rubbing salt on the wound to remind you of how hurt you were from that breakup. You can't just let it go. You can't just move on. With a boyfriend or someone else where you don't have kids involved, you can just get rid of them completely, not think about it. They're gone out of your life. They're done. With a co-parent, it's not like that. You can't just say, yep, we've broken up, it's done. They're still coming back and forth for the sake of the kids. And in that process, you're getting triggered with all these breakup emotions. And every time you see this ex, they're pissing you off or they're triggering you and they're upsetting you. You need time to heal. If this is how you feel every time you see your ex, every time they speak to you or they text you and you see a message from them and you're just like, fuck, take some time to heal. Allow yourself time to process the emotions and your feelings and everything of what happened, so you don't go into that next relationship taking that past emotional baggage with you. You need to get past that, and the way to do that is you need to heal from it. You need to let that go. You can't be angry and pissed off at your ex and then jump into another relationship because everything might be fine with them at the start. Then all of a sudden they may do something and then that triggers you because it might remind you of your ex and you haven't gotten over that. That's still there. That's still a wound that hasn't healed yet. You need to heal that before you can go on to the dating world. Get rid of all those anger issues or all that hurt, I should say. Not so much anger issues, the hurt, the pain. Make sure those wounds are healed before you jump into meeting somebody new so you don't take that baggage from that previous relationship onto someone new and then you unnecessarily or unknowingly take those issues out onto this new person because you haven't gotten over that from the past or from your previous partner. Take the time to heal. Number 3, know what it is that you want. There is no bigger turnoff than when you see someone in the dating world or on a dating app and they've got just figuring it out. Or they might say that to you in a message. They might say, what do you want? And then you might tell them and they might respond to you saying, I don't know what I want. I'm just figuring it out. We're not your guinea pigs. If you don't know what you want, then how are we supposed to know? And we're not going to come into your life and just test run and see if maybe this is what you want or it's not what you want. If you don't know what you want, then step out of the dating world till you figure it out. Work it out. And to do that, you need to step back and heal from that past relationship and take some time to self-reflect. Look at what you can do differently and look at what went wrong in the past so you know how to handle that and manage that if it was to come up again in a future relationship. Because things will happen again. You're not going to find a perfect relationship where you don't argue and you don't fight and you don't have misunderstandings or you don't have communication problems. It's going to happen. The thing is, you've just got to know how to handle it when it arises. And if you're still holding on to all this past baggage from your previous relationships, then you're not going to handle it any differently when you meet somebody new. So learn to know what it is that you want and take the time to heal and self-reflect on that so you do know what you want. Do you just want to have a bit of a casual dating thing? Do you want to settle down? Are you ready to meet someone? So don't just go in there and say, I don't know. Have a rough idea. I mean, you don't have to be going into the dating world looking for a long-term relationship or looking to settle down with someone. You can go in there looking for something casual. But you need to be open about that. You need to be clear. And you need to know that. You need to know what you want. Otherwise, the other person that you're planning on dating is not going to know. They're not going to be able to help you. You're the only person that can come up with that decision. So know what it is that you want and what kind of relationship it is that you're looking for before you dive back into the dating world. Number 4, why do you want it? Why do you want to date again? Why is it that you need a partner? And the biggest reason that most people do this is because they're lonely. They're looking for a partner to fill that void of loneliness. That's not going to happen. It doesn't work like that. You need to work on you. You need to enjoy your alone time and love your alone time. Enjoy doing stuff just you and your kids, just you and your friends. Make the most of this time. You don't want a partner to come into your life just to fill something that's missing. You want a partner to come into your life to complement the life that you have, not to fix something that you don't have. And that's a big thing that a lot of people get wrong there. They think that they're lonely, so finding a partner will fix that. Or they're sick of doing things on their own around the house, so they'll find a partner to help with that. Or they're struggling with money, so they'll find a partner so they can live with them and they can share their expenses. If you're going into a relationship for the wrong reasons, you're not going to have a positive outcome in that relationship unless you're happy to stay in that relationship and constantly bite your tongue and just let things slide. If you want a relationship where you're going to be happy and it's going to be a healthy relationship and it's going to be a long-lasting relationship, then know what it is that you want and know why. Why do you want someone in your life? And again, to get to that point and to know why, you need to do the previous things that we just discussed. Heal, self-reflect, and know what it is that you want. And really, there are so many other things that make up the dating world and make up things that determine what you should do and if you're ready to date again. But these are the main things that you need to look into doing before you step back into the dating world. And they're the 4 most common things that get overlooked before stepping back into the dating world. If you want a better relationship, if you want to stop going down that path of toxic relationships where you keep repeating that same relationship pattern, then you need to follow these steps. If you're happy to keep playing that gamble and keep going in that same way and not changing anything, then keep playing that game. You may get someone that works out, you might not. But if you want to have a different outcome, then you've got to play the game differently. I shouldn't say play the game differently because it's not a game, it's your life. So really, you've just got to change the way that you handle it. Take it on in a different way, in a more positive way. And each time you go through a breakup, look back. Is there something I could have done differently? Could I have maybe communicated that in a healthy way? Was I not open with my communication? Was I not clear on what I wanted or what my expectations were? Have a think about what you could have done differently. And again, you may not have done something that created the breakup to happen. That does not mean that you should not self-reflect. There's always something that we can take away from a breakup. And use this time wisely when you're single to make the most out of it. Look at what you can do to be the best version of yourself. And if you're not wanting to be the best version of yourself, then you're probably not listening to this podcast, because that's what this is about. We want you to be the best version of yourself so you can get the best relationship possible that's suited to you, that can give you that happy outcome, that happily ever after that we all want. So I just wanted to do a short little one today on 4 things that you need to consider when diving back into the dating world, but are the 4 most common things that just don't get done. Everyone overlooks them. People think there's no need to do that. I don't need to do that. There's nothing wrong with me. I didn't cause a breakup. I don't need to do that. Everyone does. Everyone needs to heal. And like I said earlier, just remember the importance of healing from your co-parent or from your ex, who you're co-parenting with. They're constantly in your life. So they're constantly there to trigger you and to upset you. And maybe they're doing it intentionally, maybe they're not. But you can't just shut them out and get over them in that way by blocking them and pretending like they don't exist. They're constantly there to remind you of what happened in that breakup. So you need to get to a point where you can see them, you can communicate with them, you can text them, whatever that you're doing, without getting triggered or angry. You're not fazed, you're not bothered, you're okay. This is what's happened. They're just now my child's father or my child's mother. That's it. You need to get to a point where you're not bothered. And that's all part of this process in self-reflecting and healing. And remember, once you've done that, look at what you want. What kind of relationship do you want? Don't go out into the dating world saying, I don't know what I want, or I'll just see what happens. I'll just go with the flow. No. You need to figure that out before you step into the dating world. What do you want? And if you don't know what you want, step out of it. Step out of the dating world and figure it out. Do I want to settle down? Do I just want to go out and have a bit of fun? That's fine. Do what you want, but just be clear with what you're wanting. Clear with that person that you're dating or that you're chatting to. This is what I want. I don't want to settle down. I'm not looking for anything serious. And that's okay. But you need to make sure that you're on the same page as the other person that you're chatting to. Because if they want something serious and you just want a bit of fun, it's not going to work out. You need to be clear with what you want. And why do you want it? Is it because you're just bored on weekends and you're sick of being alone? You're just lonely and you don't like being alone? Is it because you just want someone else around? Or is it because you are happily single and you've loved life on your own and you're ready for someone just to come in and complement your life and just be that person to put a smile on your face? And you know what? I thought of that line from, remember that movie, Jerry Maguire? You had me at hello. We all want that kind of person, don't we? You had me at hello. That's the kind of person that you want in your life, not someone that's just going to fill a void because you don't feel good enough in yourself. You need to feel good in yourself before you can start dating someone. You don't want them to fix your problems. You need to fix your problems. You need to fix something in your world that you're not happy with. If you're not happy with your weight, if you're not happy with your finances, if you're not happy with your job, if you're not happy with your mental state, if you're not happy with your ex, whatever it is, do something about that. Don't find a new partner to think that they're going to come in and fix that for you. It doesn't work that way. You need to fix your problems. They can come into your world and they can hold your hand through the process, but it's not up to them to fix it. Food for thought, guys. So I hope you got a few little valuable tips. It's just a short little fun episode, just a few little things to think about before you go into the dating world. And just remember, they're 4 of the most important things that you need to think about before you go into the dating world. And if you're still struggling with this, just remember, I do have that single parent dating guidebook on my website. It's linked in the show notes below. So if you are still at a place where you just think, I don't know what to do, I do have a lot of steps available in the ebook that can guide you through every process of dating and the breaking up part and getting through it and working out, are you ready to date again? What to do, how to go through it, how to tackle it all. It's all in this dating book for you for single parents. So jump onto my website if you are interested. So I hope you got some good valuable points from this. And remember, if you are liking the show, feel free to give a review or send me a question through my Instagram page or website. And I'll promise I will reply with an answer for you, or I'll even discuss it on a podcast episode. So shoot those questions through. And that's about it for me. I just wanted to do a short little topic because it is a common one where you see so many people ask questions. What am I doing wrong? Why do I keep fighting these people? Why do I keep attracting this person? Why can't I find someone right? Well, have you taken these steps to get there? So if you are in the dating process at the moment, have you taken these steps? Have you gone through this? Or are you not in the dating world yet and you're not sure where to go or where to start? Have a look at this. Take some time to heal. Think about these 4 steps. Take some time to self-reflect and think about what it is that you want and why do you want it. All right, guys, that's about it from me. And I hope this gave you a few little good, juicy tips to get back out there into the dating world with a more positive frame of mind. Okay, guys, and until next time, I'll be in your ears then. Thank you for joining us on the Life After Plus One podcast. If you loved what you heard today and looking for some further support, then jump onto our website, lifeafterplusone.com. Plus, don't forget to check out our Instagram page for further resources and inspo. You can find all the links in the show notes. And remember, you're not alone on this path. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next episode. And in the meantime, keep thriving, keep growing, and keep exploring your amazing life after plus one.